Here you are participating in 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, how many ever ways. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, thank you so much for stopping by, and for those that have been with me since day one, thank you so much and welcome back. So today I'm here with another video. This is not like my typical video, guys. This one is very different, and I'll just give you a backstory as to why I'll be posting this video today. So about a year ago, I was watching a podcast, or I was just listening to a conversation with a group of men. I don't really remember right now. Anyways, they were having a conversation about how disappointed they were with men from, you know, the LGBTQ plus community. However, the emphasis was placed on men. It was never on women that are a part of this community. And after watching this video, I got a revelation. Now, at the time when I got the revelation, I did tell somebody. I believe I told 2 people. I never put the video out there, because I mean, I didn't get the unction to put the video out there. I'm not gonna just put something out there, especially like that, you know, very sensitive and all of that stuff. So as I said, I spoke to 2 people about you know, the revelation. Now fast forward to this year, God brought it back to my remembrance. I was just like, okay, you know, I do remember it. I remember it. Anyways, I just brushed it off, left it at that. But here's what happened. It came back to me again. I brushed it off. And again, and I brushed it off. And it kept coming back. It was just like a nag, you know, to say that, okay, you know. So I'm just like, okay, now is the time. So I'm making this video because of that. Now, here's a revelation that I got from the video that I watched. Now, I know that, you know, a lot of people are disappointed with, you know, that particular community and those that are involved, especially men. Men tend to get, like, you know, more, you know, yeah. Anyways, guys, so the revelation I got was that it is so easy for, you know, heterosexual straight people to, you know, judge or bash or be disappointed with this community. And, you know, it is what it is. Like, we get it, and we get why, you know, people are disappointed for different reasons. However, here's a problem. The problem is that a lot of us who consider ourselves heterosexual, we are unknowingly participating in acts that supports this community. And here's the thing. The enemy is so subtle and cunning to the point where he will make you feel like, oh, you know, I'm not, you're not doing anything, like, you know, whatever this thing that you're doing, it's nothing. No, here you are participating in 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, how many ever ways, not knowing that this is a loophole that the enemy created to get to you, the individual who have promised yourself and God that you will never ever engage in any acts that is in support of this community. And I know it's easy for you to be like, oh, this is normal, this is just for fun, this is my fantasy, it's just like, it's adventurous and all of these things. But I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter how you view it. It doesn't matter how you view it. The mere fact is that the enemy, he created this loophole so he could get you. He created this loophole so he could get you. You think if the enemy wants to get me and he knows that I'm not this individual who will open myself to that, you think he won't find a way, a loophole of something that he knows that I kind of like or fantasize about and try to pull me in? Of course he will. you are a man and a woman who believe that, oh, you should have you're a woman who believes that, oh, I should have a husband. You're a man that believes that, oh, I should have a wife. But then here comes the enemy with this loophole to get you to have a three-way, and this three-way involves either two men or two women. See, you clock what I'm saying right here? Two men or two women. Do you see it? This is still an act of that community because it involves two people of the same. So do you get what I'm saying? And when I got the revelation, I was just like, wow. That was, I looked at it and I was just like, I was sad. I was sad at the time, and that's because I know a lot of people who this is actually their fantasy. I know a lot of people who are actively engaging in these kind of stuff every day or every weekend or whenever or however, like, and these people would consider themselves as a hardcore heterosexual person, not realizing that, hey, they are unknowingly participating in something that glorifies this community. And it's very sad. And I believe this is why God brought it back to me, and this is why he decided that now is the time. Because very recently I've had somebody who said to me that is a normal thing for me. That is something that I engage in all the time. And I was telling this person that, I could never ever. It's not something that I've ever had the unction to do or consider participating in. I don't know why. Even before now, it's not something that I've ever considered. I've always looked at it as like, once there is more than two people involved, then comes problems. Yes, we know that problems are a part of life and whatnot, but then you have to admit to yourself and take accountabilities for the problems that you bring upon yourself. You went out and find somebody else to bring in. You sat down and allowed somebody to infiltrate your mind and influence and encourage you to bring in another person. And so therefore you have to take responsibility and accountability for that. All right? When the person said that to me, automatically I was thinking, okay, maybe this is why God did, because I was shocked, to be honest, when this person said it's not that I didn't expect this from this individual, but it's the fact that they said, oh, it's a regular thing, it's the norm for me, I do this very often. In my head, I would see that as something that happened like once in a while. I wouldn't see it as something that happens like frequently. And I was just like, wow. I was just like, wow. And so I'm just here to tell you today that if you are actively participating in this thing and you believe that, you should not be engaging in anything that glorifies this community, now is the time to stop. Now is the time to stop, guys. And if you're considering it, then this is the video for you. Maybe this is a sign that you shouldn't do it. Because you also have to think that the enemy, you see lust. It's one of the things that the enemy uses the most, especially in today's day, to get people, especially young people. And you have to understand how dangerous having like sexual encounters are. It's a gateway, and the enemy, he's very subtle and cunning. See, I tell you, he's saying that if I can't get you to fully commit or submit yourself to this community, I'm going to find a way to get you to participate and glorify this community without you even realizing it. And so I'm telling you, now is the time to stop. Stop giving the enemy credit. Stop glorifying the enemy. No more. If you have already done it, you can stop. You are not this, dirty person now. You have you can stop. You can stop. You don't have to continue to do this. And if it's something that you're addicted to, take it to God. Take it to God in prayer. Cry out to God. Do not allow the enemy to win. Do not allow the enemy to win. You know how sometimes when we're going through stuff and we're like suffering, and for example, let's use money, because money is like the necessity of life. You're going through and you need money, and you have a little business that you're doing, and it's not working out as you thought it would. But guess what you do? You continue to push and push and push and press and press. You don't just give up because you need that money. That is a reward that you're working for. So I'm telling you right now, just because it's hard, because you're addicted and it's hard for you to stop this thing, do not give up. Continue to press. Do not be like, oh, I've tried and it's not working out, so it's just whatever. No, have the same zeal that you have for making money to protecting your soul, from the enemy, protecting your soul from people who are also working with the enemy, and they're trying to access you through sex. Have that zeal. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your soul. Like as I said, the enemy is very cunning and crafty, and he's very subtle in the things that he does, and this is why he creates that loophole. And he's making you think that, oh, this is it and it feels so good and all of that stuff. There's so many things that feel good, but that doesn't mean that it's good for us. This is where we have to learn self-control. And of course, we cannot trust our flesh, because the flesh and the spirit will continue to fight. But you have to at least try. You have to at least try. And so this video is not to take a jab at anybody or, any particular community. I'm just bringing it as God has asked me to. And as I said, for those people, it's for those people who believe that they're hardcore heterosexual people, but here they are actively engaging in these things. Now you realize that you are in no position to actually judge just because you have not committed yourself to this community. Now is the time for you to assess yourself and see where you have fallen short in that area and make the necessary changes. So I hope this video was able to help somebody, edify somebody, and it answers questions that, you had or have. So I thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I really appreciate everybody who stop by. And so I will see you again, guys. Have a great day.